Hey everybody, time for a review of the new Marvel Multiverse Role-Playing Game D616, their first adventure book, The Cataclysm of Kang. The, the Cataclysm of Catechism of Kang. He went to Catholic school. No. All right. This is a nice beefy book. You got over 200 pages in it. Um, let's start off with all the good about this book. First of all, the art is excellent, as it should be with all Marvel role-playing games. The TSR role-playing game from the 80s. I never liked the art. But anyway, art is fantastic. You've got more characters in here. You've got 6 adventures. All the adventures are laid out fantastically. It gives the game master a summary of what's going on in this adventure and what characters you should be using, how to integrate your own characters. It has all the locations listed out, really well laid out. Everything you want as a game master to say, okay, let's take a look at this and see what's going on in this adventure. Now, the 6 adventures, they can be run individually, or they're interweaving storylines. So, it builds up in the plot, which is fantastic. And all the adventures are very well written. Probably some of the best Marvel adventures that I've read. So hats off to the people that wrote this. They did a great job. You've got a lot of new characters in the back. You've got characters like Riri Williams. You got Frogman. You got like minor NPCs like Hydra agents, and you got Kate Bishop. You got Doombots in there. You got a whole bunch of stuff in here, which is very cool. I'm not sure how many new heroes that they have in here. They have a whole bunch though. I didn't count it out, but I gave it a read through. The storyline is really good. It looks like it's easy to run. That being said, because it's a D616 system, I'm not the biggest fan of that. And I think it is a worthy placement on your shelf, especially if you're a fan of superhero role-playing games. Especially if you're a fan of the Marvel Multiverse role-playing game, you should definitely pick it up. Now let's go onto the areas where I do have some issues with. First of all, the 6 adventures. Now they're scaled, so you're going from like what is it? Your rank 1 through rank 6. 6 being like the most powerful. And so you really can't, if you have your own character, let's say he's a rank 3 or 4 character in the very beginning, it's going to be a cakewalk. But when you get up to the 6, you're going to be like, oh shit, I'm massively underpowered. They give you, that's if you're running your own unique characters that you built yourself in the game system. They do give you excuse me. They do give you a list of Marvel roster characters to use for each adventure as it goes up and up. Which, if you like doing that, then that's fantastic. They did a good job with that. But the ranking system, if you have your own character, I don't think you're supposed to level up like I make a street level character and then after so many sessions, I have the power of Thor. I don't think it really works like that. I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know. My next big gripe is always with the character write-ups. So you have, I mean, they got a lot of great new characters in the back, and I can appreciate that. And all the art's fantastic. So you got characters like Adam Warlock, and here's where my problem with the write-ups are, and I think I nailed down what the issue is. Adam Warlock, is a rank 6 character. And he has Mighty 1. So super strength, basically, is what it is. Super strength 1. So you know how much he can lift and, approximately. And, he's stronger. He does more damage and everything. But Stick, a regular human, with a little bit of extra senses or whatever, has the same mighty. He can lift as much as Adam Warlock. And to me, I take a big issue with that. I don't think that's right at all. I think what they needed to do is they need to, at least if I was homebrewing this, I would say you either have Mighty for super strength or Mighty as a damage boost, because that looks like that's what they're using it for. Mighty is as you can do more damage. Also, you can lift more. You can, pick up cars and shit. I don't see Stick picking up cars and throwing cars around in the comics. I could be wrong. Maybe he has that power now. I collected through the 90s, early 2000s. I was reading comic books. So, because there's a lot of characters in there I don't recognize. Like, they have the Phoenix in there. To me, Phoenix was always Jean Grey. But in this, they have Echo being Phoenix. So I guess she got the Phoenix power at some point, which is kind of cool. I never read the story, so I don't know. So maybe there's some things I just don't know. But that's kind of my little gripe with the system, the way it handles that. But this is a fantastic book. One of the other great things they did in this book, which I love, instead of just putting, okay, here is the origin of Kang and typing it out, they included the comic book. See that? They included the comic book. So that is really cool. You have you can read the comic. Kind of looks like John Byrne's art, but it's not. So I think that is cool. You get a like a full mini comic in there with the history of Kang. The story is tight. The layout is great. The art is great. A lot of good things to say about this. I'm not the biggest fan of the system, but you can play this in almost any system. I mean, you can make it up in Prowlers and Paragons and Cortex and Tiny Supers, almost anything, and you can run this. Because even then, I would probably have to redo some of. If I were to run this in the D616 system, I would have to rewrite some of the heroes to the way it makes sense in my mind. But that's just me. And one of the funniest things in here is on the comic book part is Kang's holding a Mr. Microphone. He's got this big old microphone. He's talking into it. Hey, good looking. Be back to pick you up later. If anybody remembers Mr. Microphone. I think that was from Ronco. But anyway, did you guys pick it up? Did you like it? What do you think? Put your comments down below. Hit like, subscribe. Do whatever you want. I'm not forcing you to do anything, just asking. I hope everybody's doing well.
Hey, this Christmas party is getting a little too quiet. I think it's time we liven it up with my favorite Christmas gift, Mr. Microphone.
Hey, what's that?
Well, you set the dial on your FM radio and testing. Hey, I'm on the radio!
These kids are having a fabulous time with Mr. Microphone, the cordless microphone that actually puts your voice on the radio. There are no attaching wires, so you're free to move around. Broadcast over any FM car radio.
Hey, good looking. We'll be back to pick you up later. You can broadcast in mono or with two or more radios in stereo.
Professional entertainers use Mr. Microphone for rehearsing. And you can too. It's practical and great fun for the whole family. And for only $12.88, they really make great Christmas gifts.
The perfect Christmas gift at Walgreens, Woolworth, Woolco, Osco, Venture, Weebolts, Montgomery Ward.